Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy la Reina Ramírez. Hi, this is me again. In this occasion, we're going to make the login system to our project, and this login is going to be kind of easy, but at the same time, it is very important. So please pay attention because this is something that I'm not used to use very often because logins are things that are delicate. And when you make a login, you're supposed to make it as best as you can, and also you have to apply certain security which is required for the login to work. First thing is to create the table for the users. Let's start Sam, and here we start the sum. After we start the sum, let's start here a new table, which is going to be called users. Uh-huh. Thank you. Then now let's put on here 11 and index out incremental. Okay, that's kind of like an standard. After this, let's put on here username. If you see that the light of my window became darkness, it is normal because I changed a bit my position, and that's something that you should not be to be. I'm at least, on my opinion, you should not be pending on that. Okay, username to the username, I'm gonna put 22 characters, and the password. Let's put the name pass. I don't like to put the name password itself because password itself is too obvious. I mean, password. That's it. That's like saying, "Oh, this is this. I am a password," and that's not kind of like a very good thing. Let's put 44 on here, and also let's put for example, ID or no score. Let's say that this user have a total score, and the total score is going to come from the score table. That is something that we had planned before on the other videos that we did before. But the thing is that um, we had to stop those things because we were working on the MongoDB project, which was from my university, and I am very responsible with designations of the university. Let's start the total score, and on here, let's put, for example, 30. I don't know. No, let's just not 30, 28. 28. Now let's hit on save, and in here it says that something should not be null. Let's see what is it. Let's see what is the error. I don't see it. It says not null auto increment username. Um, let's see again because that's weird. That's an error that I have ever seen. 11 not null auto. Oh yes, I know what it is. The problem is that you see here that it says auto increment. Um, apparently this, we have to say that uh, let's just remove it and put it again. Because being honest, it should not give an error in there. 11 in integer, total score. On the total score here, we can put it as also as a bar chart, and it will work very well as well. I mean, or also even as a float, we can put it or as a real number. But let's just leave it as an int. Let's see. Mm, right now, I don't know what is the error itself. Maybe on the past, we should put, for example, no, nothing of that. Let's see. Username 22, pass, total score. Um, that doesn't have sense, being honest. What I'm going to do is just to create the SQL query here. I'm going to create a new table. Okay, let's do it. Create, you will see, create, just like that, table, and we say the name of the table, and users. And the name of the table users will have the following fields, which is put in, let me see, in this way. Um, let me see, I think it's like this. Um, username, comma, let's just close in here. And let's see the syntax on here because I don't know everything. Even though you see that I know kind of a lot of things, I don't know everything in the world. There is not even a person that knows everything. If you have known one person that knows everything, that's a lie. Uh, and if he knows everything, I can bet that he doesn't know, for example, martial arts or how to dance. I'm just playing, okay? Uh, that's something that is not even on my business. If someone wants to know everything and to do everything, that's his decision, not mine. Okay, let's go to the. You see, delete the while. Create. Let's go to the create syntax. Create table is this one here, and it's exactly as I was doing it, but it is putting the name column. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see an example. Yes, it is easier than I thought. Let's see. Let's wait for this to charge. Let's put, for example, I don't know why I can hit on here. Let's refresh. Let's close here. Okay, for example, varchar or varchar 44 username. That's one way of doing it. But let's see. Sorry. It is just a thing of putting the type at the end and the name of the camp or field at the beginning. Okay, let's move here, username, and there we go. Now you see, for example, this username. It says that it was expecting something like how is it called? Double, double, um, quotes, double quotes or something like that. Let's see what is here. I don't understand why here it is taking so much. It's taking to the internet. That doesn't want to work correctly, but we can wait. It's not something too big to handle with, to manage with. The thing is that this page is made on ASP, and ASP pages usually sometimes take a lot of time to MySQL create table query. Usually ASP pages take a lot of time to charge. I don't know why, but that's something that happens with those kind of pages because they require a lot of memory to charge. Also, I am making an streaming here on my channel, and maybe that's requiring in an immediate way from my internet connection. That's why maybe my internet is also slow. Let's wait here, wait again, and that's it. Okay, ID int auto increment. Yes, this is exactly as I was doing it, but what I'm missing is just maybe I don't know, just like in the movie of Kung Fu Panda says, I don't know. Okay, ID auto increment, primary, and we put a comma in here. And you see this error, it is because of the semicolon, I think, or something like that. But it is nothing to worry about. Yes, as you can see, it was fixed now. Now, by the way, this says that the type is unknown because first I have to put, for example, int, and that's it. And here I put int 11, for example, and that will fix it. After this, let's create, for example, the pass, which is going to have a type of bar chart. We can even put a type of password, but that is kind of advanced by the moment, okay? So let's leave it just like bar chart. And in the password in here, we're gonna put 28, as I said, for example, or 38, comma, and after the password, let's put for example, uh, what else? I don't know what else is missing. I had another thing that I was putting on. Oh yes, total score. Sorry, I forgot it. Total score is an int, sorry, int of like I don't know, 18 or something like that. It can be actually it can be 11 because it's a number that is not specific. And that's everything. You see that here it says varchar, but actually this is going to be converted to a password when we send it to the database with an encryptation. There are a few disadvantages of just leaving the password as a varchar, but the thing is that the password this the password um how can I say type is still not very mature. And as you can see, it even says that. It is not a type that is noun. And someone in the future will come and will tell me, Marina, it was all to you. You can say whatever you want. At the end, the last word, Jesus Christ in the Holy Scripture says, that comes from Jehovah. Luck is found, but from Jehovah comes its decision. So just just for you to see the whole process, let's continue and you don't get lost. We are on minute 15:37, and we got an error, and it is that, let's see, what it is. In the line number two, username varchar 44. Let's check on here what they do that I am maybe missing. I don't get why. Okay, let's see. Varchar, primary key. Oh yes, you see it's primary. It says primary, but it doesn't say primary key. Um, also in increment. That is okay, but I can put the in like this. Being honest, that should not be like an impediment, but maybe it is. And let's just close on here. By the way, if you see this translation here, is because I was practicing Chinese. Let's put continue. Let's see. No. And there you go. There you go. Actually, you can test it by yourself. And I have seen but many videos of PHP and MySQL, and they have the same approach. So you can feel secure of making the same as I am doing. Now let's insert one user as an example. Okay, we're gonna insert one user as an example because we are not gonna create the registration right now. The user that we're gonna create is going to be called Gurut. Okay, Gurut. And the password is going to be Gurut123, for example. But it's going to be encrypted with SHA-1. And the total score of the user, let's say that is going to be 100. I don't know if you have seen one of my videos before that I said that I was working on on one project, and it said and it got me that I realized that that Groot was appearing so I mean alone. I was creating a user, and it was putting Groot alone, and I was, where is this coming from? Alone, just alone, just Groot, and I was, what? What is this? And that's why I'm using Groot instead of the other one, which many people know. Okay, now what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is to um I'm just looking for. Okay, let's just remove this here and let's put this. Let's create a login. The thing is that I would like to create a login that is completely different to this, because when I am not logged in, I will send the user to log in. So we can go and look for the version that we have of admin LTE, or the version that we have to, for example, um, if we use Bootstrap, we look for the version that we use for Bootstrap, and with that, we just look for logins with Bootstrap 3.4.1 for free, for example. And you can go here let's look for a login component. Okay, login form component, and you can see we can even use just the default forms that they have. And let's create a page. Okay, while it is charging, let's create a page. The page that we are going to create is going to be called, instead of scores, it's going to be called, for example, login.php. And this is going to be linked to the controller, which is going to be called login controller. And also, we will have, instead of an scores page, we will have, sorry, we have to create a new page. And in here, we will put login.php. As simple as that. And in here, we change scores to login.php. And you see, this is calling the views pages login PHP. And login PHP is calling the login controller. So we're missing the login controller. Let's go here to pages controller, and here we want to copy, we want to create a new page. Let's save this page, and it's going to be called login controller.php, and we paste on here this, and this is going to go to the template to login. And the template to login is located on resources, and in here we're gonna just copy everything on here, new page, paste, we save, and we put template to login.php. And that's everything. Now, what I'm going to do is just see that the form that is in there and all those things. I'm going to erase almost everything, even the header. I'm going to erase the header, the menu, everything, and also the footer and the sidebar, everything, all those things. We're just gonna leave the footer. Sorry, not even the footer. We're gonna just leave this part with the scripts that are before the body, the end of the body. You see the wrapper? We are gonna close the wrapper on here, this, like this, and the body is closed over here. So we're ready to go with the login. If we want, we can test it just by writing here login.php, and you will see that it is done. We can put, for example, here h1, and we can put login, and we refresh, and there it is. Now let's move ahead and go with this form. This form is just to copy, as simple as it looks, and paste. Let's go down, we copy and paste, and there it is. But I don't like it. I don't like it much, being honest, because the camps are not very clear to see. So let's add by ourselves some style to this form, and it is going to be just to go to the form, and here we're gonna say that the form will have a width of just 28 rem, no, Let's put, for example, 40 rent, and we want that the margin is zero out, and we want that it has like a border radius of 10 pixels and box shadow 1 pixels 000 uh, 1 pixel, and here 5 pixels. And let's go padding 10% or 11%, for example. And mark and let's see, padding bottom. There is something that is cutting the image on there. I don't know why, but let's put the 8 auto, for example. And let's see, we're missing one thing, and it is that, well, being honest, that's more than enough. I will cut the video until here because we have almost 30 minutes. In the next video, we're gonna see how to make this. By the way, I don't like that it looks too short when I put it on a complete screen. But okay, in the next video, we're gonna see how to make the login itself. Now we make the interface, okay? I'm going to turn off the computer because I have made a lot of things today. So see you not tomorrow, but see you maybe in 2 or 3 or 4 hours. I don't know. Take care and thank you for sharing with me. Remember that Jesus Christ loved you much more than what I could ever say.